On that note, there is one more story that I want to.
Week, don't you?
There's one more story that I want to touch up on. That I want to touch on because it's sort of a quirky little story that came through to us today.
Yes, I should have mentioned this. Yes.
Yeah, Skyportz, with, for some reason, a Z, is this electric air taxi company that's looking to install vertiports in sort of private businesses. So basically, the sales pitch is, we can deploy this vertiport on top of your building, on top of your office building, or what have you, and we can fly these VTOL or STOL electric aircraft all around in air taxi services. Now, Skyportz has launched a new airline subsidiary to operate these electric and hybrid aircraft. They're calling it Wilbur Air. Its aircraft will have priority access to its vertiport, to the Skyportz vertiport network, with a range of aircraft partners. The first partner is Electra Aero, which is a US-based company, not to be confused with Electro Aero. Both of them are spelt with dots, so it's Electra.aero and Electro.aero.
I hate when they do their stupid rubbish. Let's put a full stop in the middle of a word and all that kind of nonsense.
Two companies which I'm pretty sure are unrelated. Correct me if I'm wrong, the good people at Electra and or Electro.aero. But Skyportz has partnered with this company, Electra.aero, to get Australia's first 100 electric short takeoff and landing aircraft. And these will, form the first aircraft in the Wilbur Air fleet. I gotta say, the name is not...
It's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
It's not really selling... They're not really selling me on the name.
We spoke about this earlier. It does sound like a kind of a kids' TV character or something.
Budgie the helicopter...
Wilbur, and also I've got to say the picture of it as well. It does look a little bit like a kid's sort of.
Yeah, you've got Budgie the helicopter. You got Pippa the plane. What is it? Pippa the plane. I'm just looking it up now. Pippa. Yeah, Pippa the single engine monoplane. I guess Wilbur the air taxi now. So it's.
It's the sort of aircraft that we want to go hanging out with. I get this flying kangaroo. Do you see what I did there?
Yeah,
so that's brought the whole show around.
It's come full circle.
It has.
Look, I mean, good on good job, Skyportz with a Z, for getting on top of this. Advanced air mobility is becoming increasingly a topic of consideration. All this talk about air taxis and eVTOL aircraft. You've got AMSL Aero with its Vertia, which is going to be used for particularly by CareFlight for air and medical services. Air taxis, electric aviation, they're becoming big watchwords in the aviation industry at the moment. And so if Skyportz can get Wilbur Air going, then that's another solution for getting around cities quickly.
Yeah, and also, the other thing we're seeing is that this is kind of inching from being something that's going to happen into the future to being things that are going to happen very soon. The technology is pretty much there now.
Yeah, they've got this vision document from the Australian Association for Uncrewed Systems, which is the peak body for AAM in Australia, predicting that the first of the AAM aircraft will be operational in the country by 2027. Potential uses, things like air tourism, which,
that's just called tourism, isn't it?
Yeah, well, things you'd like, helicopter joy flights, for example. Things
see.
you'd use a helicopter for nowadays. Mail, aeromedical services, low volume scheduled passenger transport, like, air taxi services and airport transfers. Air New Zealand is already investing in these electric sort of short range aircraft to be in a partnership with like the New Zealand Postal Service to deliver mail very, very soon into the future. So AAM is a space to be watching in Australia.